Hi, and welcome to this third trimester lower body workout. We'll do a nice warm-up total body and then get into a lower body strengthening set that will help us to maintain strength through our posterior chain throughout this third trimester. So we can start seated down. If you have a towel handy, grab that, kind of roll it up a little bit, and we'll put it underneath our sit bones, underneath our bum, so that we can kind of have the knees be lower than our hips here in this seated position. So it just helps us to kind of tilt the pelvis forward slightly. So here, find a comfortable position. We're gonna place our hand down on the floor and reach over to the side, open up. Good. We'll tie our breath in with the movement. So inhale as you reach. So we're really spreading and opening those ribs on the side, getting in between the ribs and the hips. Exhale as we come to the center. Inhale to the side. Good. These muscles between the lower part of your ribs and your hips can get so tight as your belly gets bigger, as things are trying to find stability in the body. Focus on big inhalations, expanding belly and ribs. I'm currently 30 weeks pregnant. So this workout is aimed for third trimester, but you can do it through any trimester, or if you're postnatal and you have clearance from your doctor, this workout is appropriate as well. Good, let's do one more reach. Good, and hands on knees here. Let's just roll the shoulders a little bit, up, back, and down. Big squeeze up, big squeeze back and down. And roll the neck. Side to side, nice and slow. Good, nice. Okay, we can remove the towel and get into an all fours position. So hands are underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath our hips, and here we're going to work with our breath again. Inhale, bring belly down, shoulder blades back, and exhale, curl through your spine. Inhale, shoulders back, spread the collarbones. Exhale, curl. Try to push your spine through your shoulder blades, strong through your arms. Lifting belly in, baby in. Exhale, belly raises. Inhale, belly sinks down. Good, from here, while we're at it, we'll get a little bit of core stabilizing. So we're gonna do bird dog, alternating with reaching the right arm and kicking the left leg back, okay? And imagine that you're trying to step on a wall behind you, okay? So pressing out through the heels. We don't have to raise the bum up or the leg up super high. We wanna keep the integrity of the spine. So reach out and then come back in, and we'll swap over to the other side. Reach out, kick, keep the spine nice and neutral, and replace hand right underneath shoulders. Exhale as you reach to brace the spine, brace the core. It's not how many reps you do. We're working on connecting with our breath, having that control through. Good. Trying to get a nice straight line from fingertips to heel. Good, deep core activation. As you exhale, picture your hip bones being pulled closer together as you exhale and reach. Keep going, let's do a couple more. Good. And we'll come back into a deep squat. So find a position, legs are wide enough apart where you can have both heels down on the floor. Amazing for relaxing through, preparing for birth. If you're aiming for a natural vaginal delivery, this is a really good posture. And even if not, it's really good just for our pelvic health. And come on up out of that, okay? We'll do a couple of bum kicks, shifting side to side. Open up the quads and the hips. And before we get into our workout, I want to do a quick little balance exercise. So here you're going to put one foot in front of the other as if you're walking on a tightrope, okay? So here, try to sink into the posture. Bring your weight onto your back foot. Shoulders roll back, palms roll forward. And we're just going to stay here and see how stable we can be. Working on our balance. Good. And if this is easy, I'm going to challenge you to try to close your eyes for 30 seconds, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. You can do long blinks, okay? So we've got 30 seconds. I'm going to be working for, if you feel like you're losing the balance, you can open your eyes to reset. Settle in, weight heavy on your back foot. Imagine you've got tree roots coming out from that foot, connecting you to the floor. Good. Open when you need. Okay, shake it out. Rest. 30 seconds there. Let's get set up on the other side. Do the same thing. So weight heavy in that back foot. Feet are aligned like you're on a tightrope. Good. Let's just take a second here before we start doing our eyes closed to settle in. Imagine that your body is really heavy, your shoulders are sinking down away from your ears, you're rooted into the floor. Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go now. Okay, so you can try with some nice long blinks first. Just kind of get the feel for it. Normally, you'll naturally gravitate to starting on the side that you find easier. So maybe this side is a little bit more challenging. Good. That's it. The ankle is working. There we go, 30 seconds. Good job. Shake it out. Okay, so let's do a couple of body weight squats just to get us flowing again. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, our first move, we're gonna be coming into like a side lunge position, okay? Bringing knee up just to 90 degrees and then stepping back into a little bit of a lunge, but more a hinge, okay? And we're driving up. Let's go. We're working for 40 seconds, and rather than doing a ton of reps, we're looking for control, okay? So you're driving through this working leg, driving through the heel to help support and balance. You're thinking about that knee tracking over the second toe. Good. Okay, and if you feel like the leg is compressing the belly on the knee ups, you just manage, okay? So you deal with the range that feels good for you, but we're stepping back and we're squeezing our bum to come up. Just a little bit of a hinge, so a slight fold forward and then driving up. Good. Swap over to the other side. You don't have to change directions like I just did, okay? But here, it's that hinge, keeping the back flat, and then that squeeze up. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just a little hip hinge. Good. Squeeze your bum as you come up. Good. Back nice and flat. Good. We're going to work for another 20 seconds. Squeeze your butt. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest. Okay, the next movement, shake it out. We're gonna take the feet wide and slightly turn the heels out, okay? Try to screw your feet into the ground so you're really supported and active. We're just gonna bring our arms down straight. Try to touch both fingers to the floor and come up. Okay, let's go. So here, it's just like a deadlift. We're gonna work on keeping the back nice and flat again. So as you're coming down, legs drive wide, and you're sinking your bum through. If you don't have the range to come all the way down to the floor, it's okay. Okay, work with what you've got, but we're trying to find a little bit of an opening through the inner thighs here. Exhale to come up, squeeze your bum. Good. Now, if you have weights at home and you want to grab hold of those, and you've been doing weight training throughout your pregnancy, grab them, okay, for our next set. 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. Good. 15 seconds here. If you want to grab a little bit of water, go for it. I'm going to get set back up for our lunges, starting on leg number 1. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Squeeze up and come down. Good. Shift and squeeze. Keep it up. This little hinge, okay, just until belly hits thigh. Good. 8 seconds left. Working on that balance. Okay, supporting knee nice and strong, and rest. Good. Shake it out. We'll switch over to the other side. Again, you don't have to change direction. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. It's really squeeze your butt as you come up so that we're really strong through this leg. We're finding stability at the top. Good. Exhale with effort, so we're exhaling as we're coming up. Good. Good. Okay, there's options for things you can do with your hands here, like you're pushing yourself out of a pool, or maybe like you're running, opposite arm and leg. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Okay, we're getting into our sumo deadlift position. Okay, screw the feet into the floor, nice and strong. Hips hinge back, back stays flat. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze your bum to come up. Good. I'm actually bringing myself all the way up to standing, just like you would do if you were on a barbell. Okay, you'd be squeezing your hips to the bar. We don't have to go any further. It's just up to nice standing. Good. Tap the floor and exhale as you come up. Good. Squeeze your butt. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rest. Okay, we've got one more set of those. Take a quick sip of water. It's important to stay hydrated. Okay, lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Step back. Squeeze up. So it's opposite hand and knee, and then opposite hand and knee as you go. It'll be the easiest to kind of keep the balance. So we're hinging and squeezing. Good. And you can work at the pace that feels right for you. You can take breaks as you need them. You can go faster than me if you like. Good, whatever feels good. 3, 2, and 1. Rest, good. Okay. I'm not gonna change direction. I'm just gonna stay facing this way. We're gonna do the other side. So we're getting set up. Opposite hand and leg, forward. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze up. Back is flat. It's not a massive range, but because we're just kind of staying within that time under tension throughout the whole 45 seconds, it starts to build, right? And squeeze your bum as you come up. Good, 10 seconds to go. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a rest, shake it out, maybe kick your bum a few times. This is our last one. And then we're gonna get on to a variation of hip thrusts that I really like for prenatal. All right, come down, control. Good. So, although I'm not holding on to any weights with this, I'm really focusing on ripping my feet apart. Okay, so I feel more activation through my glutes. You don't want to be doing this sock-footed on a hardwood floor because your legs would just come out. Do it barefoot or do it on a mat. Good. Squeeze up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, that's the end for those circuits. You can take the towel that we had earlier or if you're at home doing this in front of a sofa, you can just do it on your sofa because your sofa will already be padded, but I'm working on a hard surface. If you're working on a park bench or a chair or something that's hard, you'll want a little bit of padding on your back, okay? But sofas are fantastic, just as they are. So find a seated position, and then we're gonna scoot down so that our back at about bra line height is our pivot point, okay? So you can have arms like this. My weight is on my back, not on my arms. I'm not lifting myself up here. Okay, my feet are in front of me, hip width distance. I'm gonna squeeze through, tuck my tailbone under until I come up to about 90 degrees in the knees. So my ankles are right below my knees, okay, my knee joint. We're gonna inhale, come down, and exhale, come up. Good, join me now. Let's go. Thinking about squeezing your bum and driving through your heel. Good. We're gonna work for 40 seconds, okay? Remember, you can take rest as you need. Good. And you kind of wanna find something to look at in front of you, so we're not pivoting here and then looking up at the ceiling. We can find something to look at and keep our gaze there. Okay, so we're tucking that tailbone in underneath at the top. Squeeze your butt. Good. 10 more seconds. Good, 2 more reps, let's do it. Good, and rest. Good, come down to the floor. Just relax. We're gonna do 2 more sets of that. We'll just take 20 seconds here to breathe. Okay, you can adjust yourself on the back. Again, we want it like mid-thoracic spine. We don't want to be pivoting off of our neck and shoulders, and we don't want it low back, okay? We want to find that nice solid bit between the shoulder blades. All right, let's tuck ourselves back up and go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good. Squeeze through heels. Okay, if you don't have any pubic pain in your pubic symphysis, you can do single leg if you really want to kick it up a notch. But as we get later in our stages of pregnancy, it's nice just to kind of have that balance between the legs and that stability. Good. Good, we're gonna go for 10 more seconds. Squeeze up. Try to get Knees, hips, shoulders. Tuck the tailbone under. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good, one more set. So good to kind of focus on the glutes and the hamstrings from a different angle. We do squats or deadlifts, but this kind of hits things from a different angle and it's not loading your spine. All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. Come up, squeeze through, drive your heels into the floor to come up. Good. So we're not pushing with our arms here, but you can have a little bit of leverage. Good, we'll have a nice cool down after this. Belly, so big. Good, 10 more seconds here. Good, let's do one more rep. Squeeze up, good, and then release down. Awesome, we can come to our seated position just like when we started. Tuck your towel underneath your sit bones and then kind of tilt your pelvis forwards. Good. Let's roll our shoulders, roll our neck, side to side. And let's hang out with our ear towards one shoulder, opening up one side of the neck. Take a few breaths. As you inhale, belly gets big, ribs expand, everything creates space for that breath. As you exhale, everything falls back into center. Feel your stretch or your neck lengthen into the stretch as you exhale. Good, roll over to the other side. Same thing. Just settle and focus on a couple nice deep breaths. Inhale into belly, into ribs, everything expands. Pelvic floor relaxes. Exhale, everything comes back to midpoint. Good, and find neutral with your head. Roll your shoulders. Place one hand, you can have one hand on either side of your belly, or you can have one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and we'll just do a couple more breaths here. Feel the expansion on your inhale, and feel things fall on your exhale. Good. Plant one hand to the side, reach over and inhale. And exhale, back to middle. Inhale, other side. Good, roll the shoulders. And we can do a little bit of a glute stretch here. So lean back, ankle to knee. You can do this seated on a chair as well, lifting ankle to knee. Flex through the foot that's on top of the knee. Good, switch over other side, same thing. Good, and release that. We'll get into our all fours position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale, sink, chest and belly down. Exhale, curl. Really focus on pressing the spine through the shoulder blades in this exhale. Stay up here and rock a little bit side to side. Good, and then come back, bum to heels, roll the shoulders, and bring yourself up to standing. Good job, guys. Thanks for joining me today for this 30-week, third trimester workout. Join me again next week for the next one. See you.